When Walt Disney died of lung cancer on December 15, 1966, Disney Animation almost disappeared with him. The loss of that storied animation department would have essentially killed off what is now a multi-billion-dollar industry. Most of today's major animation studios have roots in the Disney Animation department of the 1970s and 1980s, as well as the character animation department at the California Institute of the Arts, established in the mid-70s as a feeder program for Disney. This era laid the groundwork for the Disney Renaissance, a series of animated films beginning with 1989's The Little Mermaid, as well as the creation of DreamWorks Animation and Pixar. It was also the breeding ground for major directors like Tim Burton, Wednesday, Batman, Brad Bird, The Incredibles, Ratatouille, and Henry Selick, Coraline. In 2023, the top 7 most streamed films in the U.S. were all animated. Given the medium's current prominence, it seems inconceivable that it all nearly disappeared half a century ago. But looking back at 1966, it seemed equally inconceivable that Walt Disney would ever die. To those who knew Walt or watched him on television every week, he didn't seem to be slowing down in his 60s. Even as he was aging before their eyes, his ambition was as great as any time in his company's 4 decades of operation. He would occasionally acknowledge he wouldn't live forever, but few took notice. In 1966, he gave an interview to Australian journalist Margaret Jones, in which he mused about Walt Disney Productions after Disney. The reporter noticed something odd about the comment. Walt seemed to be talking about death, not retirement. Yet Jones admitted in her column that she couldn't fully reconcile the comment. She wrote, "Disney may be near the age when most men start thinking of tending their gardens, but in many ways he is just beginning to reach his peak." Mortality seemed to be incongruous with Walt's boundless vision for the future. It's believed Walt was unaware of his late-stage cancer throughout 1966 until just a few weeks before he died. The aging mogul was experiencing severe pain. He thought it stemmed from a decades-old polo injury from his early Hollywood days, back when he and his brother Roy played against the likes of fellow moguls Jack Warner and Hal Roach.